What's up, everybody out there? Fame Rothstein here. Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. Uh, Today is Wednesday, November, what is this? The 18th, 2020. A little bit after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful, lovely, sunny Queen City, a.k.a. the Republic of Cincinnati. Um, Got some action for you today, all right? But let me just go over a couple things before I start. If you're coming across this show, this is primarily a sports betting advice show, sports investing advice show. What I do is I give people information on picks, they might want to invest in that night's action. Have a podcast, Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. You can hear it on Spotify, Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, about 10 different places. All right. And do that Thursday through Monday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm on Instagram. All right, I'll give you all my contact information toward the end. But I say that to say this. If you feel you have a gambling problem, you shouldn't listen to this show. Contact your state or your local Gamblers Anonymous Association hotline, and hopefully they can get you the services you feel you need, all right? Secondly, I need you to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Subscribe. Hit that like button. All right? Smash that like button for me. Blow it up. And sign up for notifications, all right? Leave a comment. I don't care. I'd be remiss if I didn't say what's up to my homie, the kangaroo up there. And if we saluting him, you know what today is. Bucket low, like fuck it though. All right? Last day we published some picks was Monday on the podcast. All right? And we gave you Monday night and 2 MAC games from last night, Tuesday. 2-1. Our hot streak continues, or our winning, continues a little bit. I mean, yeah, we had a rough Saturday, got cracked. Came back Sunday, 2-1. Came back the next day, 2-1, to make that up. Might have only been one game, but we profited this week, all right? Let's see, we had Monday, we had Minnesota plus 3.5 or minus 3.5. That was at plus money. Minnesota won 19-13. Then we had some action last night. We had Kent minus 19.5 against Akron. And the one we lost, we had was the other game, Bowling Green and whoever they were playing. Western Michigan, we said we'd go over. We missed it by 1.5 points. We said we'd go over 60.5. The final score was 42-17. That's 59. Yeah. So 2-1. But hey, we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses. We keep going. Got some more action tonight. Some action. Mid-America Conference Ball. We are 6-2 in action, all right? I would love to give you a round. I mean, there's a couple things, just nothing really sticking to me right now. That's just really grinding my gears, if I could borrow from Family Guy, like I borrowed from Jay-Z earlier in the program. There's just really nothing really just making me just want to go off about anything, just because it's that time of year. I'm too happy right now. All right? So let's get into these action games tonight. I think these are all 7 p.m. kickoffs. Yes, all 3 of these games start at 7 p.m., all right? We've got Western Michigan at Central Michigan. This will probably be the best game of the 3. Western Michigan comes in 2-0. They beat Toledo with that fake spike last week. And then we've got 1-1 Central Michigan. They're going to be playing out in, I think it's Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I believe, yes. Not Mount Sterling, I know, or Sterling Heights. But, yeah, it's Mount Pleasant, Michigan, where Central is. Remember with Central Michigan, who's their head coach? Jim McElwain. Where did he used to work at? The University of Florida. You know how much we love former big school coaches coming back to these smaller conferences. You know, they always make their teams a factor in those smaller conferences. And both of these teams light up the scoreboard. Western Michigan, I think they're averaging 48 points the first two games. Something like that. Over 40 points. And they give up quite a few, though. They give up like close to 30. I mean, they haven't blown anybody out per se. They just put up a lot of points. Like they only beat who was that? Bowling Green. They only beat them by that wasn't Bowling Green the first game. I mean, they won by like 21 points, but they gave up like 30. Yeah. But so yeah, Western Michigan and Central Michigan. This game's gonna go over. I got it at plus 132. That's over 63. So that means that the total must have been like 60, 59 and a half or something like that, somewhere around there. If you want to take the normal spread, go ahead. Like I said, I'm doing over 63 plus 132. Neither Central Michigan's got a little bit of a defense, but this is what Western Michigan does. I mean, they put up points. They've done that the past 4 or 5 years in this league, all right? And besides, that's why Maction is on Tuesday nights. That's the secret of it, Tuesday and Wednesday nights. For the recruiting, yes, the standalone games for recruiting, but most of these games go over because they don't have, there will not be an NFL player. I know Khalil Mack came from Buffalo, years ago, every now and then, you'll find somebody, but there won't be an NFL player on the field in only these 3 games. I doubt it anyway. All right. Second game, Toledo, speaking of Toledo, at Eastern Michigan. Again, Toledo, they're going to be a little salty because of the way they lost to Western Michigan. They're going to be a little salty, so they're going to take it out on Eastern Michigan a little bit tonight. All right, but Eastern Michigan is solid. They're not going to let you home. House them out there. They're going to play. Eastern Michigan is 0-2, as a matter of fact, so they're going to be playing a little desperate. They don't want to go 0-3 and the third loss be at home, so I think I might tease. Yeah, that's a minus. But Toledo, like I said, Toledo averages over 30 some odd points a game. All right? And Toledo does not have a good rushing defense. They have allowed like almost 5 yards a carry, like 4.9. Eastern Michigan runs the ball at about 4.5 yards a carry. Like I said, they're going to be home. I'm thinking this game's going to go well over. I got it over 60, so I must have teased it back some. And I said minus 130. So, the spread was, the total was like 62 or 61, something like that. So I brought it back a little bit. So there, we're going to take it over 60, all right? And then the last game, got the Northern Illinois Huskies going to Muncie, Indiana to take on Ball State. Northern Illinois is 0-2 and terrible. All right, LA, they've gotten smoked. They put up some points, but they've got. As a matter of fact, that might be the team that I think that was them against Western Michigan that first game. Because I remember we thought about taking Western Michigan. We just took the over plus 19.5. And I think that's what they won by, like exactly 19, something like that. But I'm pretty sure we won that game. But Northern Illinois at Ball State. The Huskies, like I said, 0-2, no defense. They can score a little bit, but most of the time they start scoring, most of the time they're out of the game anyway. Ball State's got one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. They're 1-1. Both games, the final score was 38-31. One game they won, one game they lost. Also, Ball State, I believe they average 249 yards passing a game. That's also what they give up. And that kind of disgusts me because I know a couple guys, twin brothers as a matter of fact, that went to Ball State back in the 90s, DBs, and to see that these guys don't have any DBs today is just kind of like, wow, man. It's like, wow, maybe one of y'all should go over there and coach. Like, they have no DBs. Like I told you, though, you'll be hard-pressed to find an NFL player in any three of these defenses tonight, any of these six defenses tonight. All right? And when you don't have NFL players on defense, you're going to have a problem playing college football. You're going to give up a lot of points. Fair weather in all these places, just, low 40s, high 30s temperatures. Football weather's, they don't throw on a sleeve, but these are, like I said, they're young. They're adults, 19, 20, when they're the most brave. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking this game's going to go over as well. And this was the spread. It was 62. I teased it to over 65 for plus 125. All right, the normal spread was like 62. So I took the over plus 65. Like I said, any of these games, feel free to take what you're taking. My pick is what I'm taking. I'm just suggesting, as long as it goes over the spread, the normal line, it should be a win for you. We'll tell you what if you should or not. We tell you what games to press up, which ones not to. These I pressed up personally, but if you feel like taking the normal spread, that's fine. But Western Michigan at Central Michigan, a battle of 2 to 3 directional Michigans, we're going to take over 63 for plus 132. Toledo at Eastern Michigan, okay, over 60 for minus 130. Like I said, I think I brought that back some. Had to be because it's minus 130, not minus 110. Brought that back from probably 62 or 63. And Northern Illinois at Ball State, over 65. That's at plus 125, all right? No, I teased that up from like 62 or something like that. But anyway, there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And you know my show's motto, if there's games to be played, there's money to be made. We'll be back tomorrow, podcast only. You'll find me again on YouTube on Saturday and Sunday. You'll also find me on Instagram Saturday and Sunday. My Instagram, at Fame_Rothstein, FAME_ROTHSTEIN. My Twitter, at Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIE, ROTHSTEIN, okay? My email address, famerothstein@yahoo.com, FAMEROTHSTEIN, all right? And, the YouTube channel. Like I said, like, subscribe, leave comments, sign up for notifications, all right? So there you have it. Let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous. And we'll be back on the podcast tomorrow to talk about it, and I'll be back on YouTube Saturday and Sunday. But until then, everybody be safe. Holler.